Sorry. Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Moon, Serena here. And it's me, Sailor Earth, Ernest here. And today we're gonna talk about, uh, you know, about yes, our pool's open now. But it was bigger than, it was bigger than the one that we got last time. And that would have been in 2021 Wildo. So, anyway, it's bigger, so it means it takes more water, but you can't fill it to the full top because you're worried about, because, yeah, first you're worried about can it handle all the weight of the water, and then you also know that your water bill is going to be higher because you worked more water for the pool, you know. But yes, it's opened, you know, opened earlier than most Nears and Shears open their pools, and before most folks even set up their pools or open their pools. you know. So, yes, it's opened, and we're happy about it. But there was a lot of hard work that had to go into getting it to where it was at that. Now, like we said in the other two films, we were talking about, how you had to get the ground evened, which is not as smooth as you think, which means dig out dirt, put dirt back in, take dirt out, smash dirt, smooth dirt, and some folks have the scale or the sight, and they can see where dirt's even and where dirt's uneven at. And some folks don't have that skill or don't have that sight to know when dirt is even or uneven, or when the ground is even or uneven. So that might put you in a bind, you know. And you think to yourself that a pool you think that it usually only takes one, but no, it always takes about three folks, to help put it together. And that's if once you get past the whole evened out the ground thing, which almost takes forever. Well, not forever, but it takes a long time. Then, since the pool was bigger than the one we got last time, that meant we had more things to work with. Then you get three boxes, one for the pool, one for the pump and skimmer setup, the other one for the hoses that, that run off for the skimmer and the pump, whatever the English. And then all the things to hold those hoses instead. Then the legs to hold the pole up. The other legs to help the other legs hold the pole up. And so that's a lot. And sorry if I look like I'm crooked or like I'm not straight in my films, but sadly, I have no runner lead over that. All right, yeah, you're right. You want to say something? Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. You're right, Serena. Our pool, looks, is open now. But it's true that it took a lot of hard work to get there. Like we said, we didn't know that our pool was bigger than the one we got last time. This would have been back in 2021 YL. And before that, we had some other pool that took longer to put together, but did not last as long as the one that we had after that. And even before that, we had these blown up poles, that are good for like 1 year. Then they get holes in them, small holes you can't see, and then, well, they're shot. And then before that, we had those, those are all the ones we had. Well, we had many of them, but you get the grounds of it. you know. And like we said, it's open now. All the even, uneven of the ground, well, that's all done. You know, putting the pull together, you know, putting the legs all together, you know, setting the skimmer and the pump up, filling it with water, but we couldn't really fill it the whole time because it would take too long and then your water bill's high. I mean, you can call and they'll tell you like how much water you're going to work for like a pull, and they'll let you know how much you're going to be yielding for the next month or whatever the next, when they bill you for it. But it still means you're going to be yielding for it, but just know ahead of time when it is. And then you're always worried about, oh, is a pool going to handle the weight of water going against it? You know. And then even after that, you got to go around and see if the hose setup for the skimmer and pump don't leak. Because even though they are new and they never were worked before, doesn't mean they won't leak. Doesn't mean there won't be something wrong with them that you don't know about. You know. But yes, our poll is up now. Up way earlier than most other near and shear lawmoats have their polls open for. And earlier than anybody else opens their polls up or sets up their poll. You know. Yeah, you're well, you're right about that, Sailor Earth. You're right about that, Ernest. You know, we did get our poll up. And we're happy about it. You know. And all the hard work we had to do to get it there, well, that's behind us now. I don't really think we have to do anything else except see if it doesn't leak. But that mostly only takes only one fellow going around and looking and seeing what's leaking and not. You know. So anyway, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.